What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. My name is Chris, and today we are checking out the latest update. We have 11.4.1, and I am very surprised to see this because this just went out to employees yesterday, and now it's going out to, I'm not sure, at least the OG testers. It looked like maybe some other people, but let me know if you're getting this and if you're seeing it on your car or not. I have a few things to talk about. So we have all the release notes. I will put those up so you can see those. Now, the first thing I want to say, because I am so excited, Tesla has fixed one of my biggest complaints. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know, see this routing without traffic data thing? It still says that, but check this out. If I go and edit a trip and add something, it puts it there instantly. And it allows me to route and change my route and do these things without screwing up. And that was something that was messed up for a over a year. That's been a problem, and it has been fixed. So I'm so excited to see that. Now, can you get full self-driving beta on your Tesla? All right, so first of all, weren't we supposed to turn there? Oh, it's taking a different route. Oh, it's still loading. Okay, that's my bad. I want to turn around because I wanted to turn right there. So let me just turn us around really quick. Now back here on the dirt roads, the internet coverage is a little spotty, so that's probably all that was. But yeah, so can you get beta on your car? You can still, we still have the disengaged message there. I was looking for that as well. So if you go into software, you click the car in the bottom left on your screen, and you go to the software tab and you scroll down. Beta is currently on 2023.7.5. If your car is below that number, you can subscribe to beta, and it'll come to you when it's rolling out to everyone. I don't know exactly when that will be. If your car is above that number, so say you're on 2023.12, you cannot get beta until beta is on a higher number than yours. I have to talk about that a lot, and I still get DM'd with this question multiple times per day. It actually surprises me how much people ask me this question. So there's that. You can see for here, dirt roads are doing fine. Yes, we're a little bit to the left, but honestly, that doesn't matter at all on a dirt road. You can kind of drive wherever you want. So what we're going to look at today, the big fix that we're supposed to be seeing here that I'm excited about is lane selection. So I'm pretending like I'm going to work. I have a spot on my way to work. I'm going to skip ahead because it's a long, boring drive. And go a little faster here. And we're going to see if it will do what I've shown in the past, where the car would change to the right when we have a left turn coming up, and it does that every single day I drive to work. So if that is fixed, I will be very excited. So let me just kind of skip ahead to that, and then we're going to go downtown. It's real bumpy, but the car's doing great on these dirt roads. It won't let me go any faster. Oh, there we go. So let me go ahead, check out that. We'll go downtown, check out some other things. I'm going to cut this one up as I usually do because you can see it's already late here. I want to get this to you as soon as possible, and I want to go to bed. But I will be going into downtown, a busy downtown tomorrow. Thank you for all the bumps. So make sure you hit like and get subscribed so you don't miss that video. And the last thing I'll say before I skip ahead is Tesla's referral program is back. This is just a coincidence. I was sitting in my car waiting for it to finish updating. I was looking at the app. You can use Tesla referral code again in the US to order cars. And now you get points in the app, and you can use the points. I don't have any, but you can use them to redeem supercharger miles or get some free swag or, you know, whatever they have. So if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, you would like to use my code, I would really appreciate that. So go ahead and check it out. I guess we'll check out this stop sign before I skip ahead. So this is a tough left turn. Actually, when I first got beta 2.5 or more years ago, it would not do this turn. It would actually display a message that said, "Cannot complete maneuver, please help." And now it does it every time. Sometimes it'll go when I think we don't quite have enough time, but it will make the turn. As you just saw there, I did absolutely nothing. So let's skip this long, boring road and see how it's doing with some other stuff. So it looks like we are seeing our full self-driving maybe degraded message in the dark. That's pretty common to see that in the dark, but the car is still, I've set it to 60 to go 5 over. It's still driving. It's not having any kind of problem, so no big deal there. Elon did say that message in the rain is a little too sensitive, so that was pretty interesting for him to say. So we'll see if that keeps popping up, but yeah, it keeps saying it, but the car is driving perfectly fine. All right, so coming up to this stop sign, really nice, appropriate slowing. That message popped up a few more times, but nothing, the car did everything perfectly. It didn't have any phantom braking, which that road in early version 10s would have phantom braking all over the place, which I showed, whether you saw it or not. So we're checking here to see if anyone's to the left, and it is clear, but I guess because it's dark, the car's being extra cautious. And we're moving out here, and so a pretty nice right turn, a cautious right turn, but man, it felt really good. Felt really good. Just waited longer than I would have, but I'm fine with that. All right, so changing lanes to follow route. We do have a left turn coming up. You can see on the map up there. It's pretty far away, but you can be in either lane here. I really don't care. It's not the highway, so you don't have to stay to the right. I usually do, and you can see here we still have the nag, so I took my hand off so we could find that. So there is still nag here, which is present. I find you get more nag at night when the interior camera can't see as well, and also when you're going faster. So if you're going slow and the camera can see you, I've found in 11.3 you can go like a few minutes without any nag, which might not sound like a long time, but it's a pretty long time. It was kind of catching me off guard. I think the most I saw was 3 minutes with no nag, whereas here you can see it's pretty frequent, but it'll kind of come and go. All right, so we're coming up to around the spot where the car would start to move to the right to follow route. And this is about where it would do it, and it would try to get into that right turn lane. It would try to go all the way over, even though we had a left turn. So at least in this one instance that I experienced every single day, oh, don't move to the left. We don't want that. Okay, that's not right either. Okay. Yeah, you are braking, but okay, that was really bad. Moved into the turnaround lane. So yeah, that was really bad, but it so it like overcorrected. See, okay, stopping for traffic light, and it moves to this right lane. All right, well, let's see what it does. But this is later than it did it before, so at least it's different. I don't know if I call it fixed, but if it gets back over, in time, that was, the problem I was having before is every single day on my way to work, it would try to move all the way over there, but farther back where I kind of started this clip. So let's see what it does. I don't actually want to get on the highway, so I will have to take over here. So changing lanes, follow around. Okay, so it is going to the right place, but that move into the right turn lane there was very odd. So let me get rid of this Ann Arbor thing. We're not going that far. And we'll have to move all the way to the right. I don't know if it'll be able to do it in time. Of course, there's a cop there. I'm glad he didn't see what the car just did. So get your route in there. There you go. You got your right turn signal. And I don't think it's going to get in time. We needed to get onto the highway right there. Okay. Hey, holy moly. That was actually sick. I mean, it's not really the best thing to do, but if, it's almost like I'm a passenger talking to the driver saying, sorry, I forgot to tell you, we need to turn right here, right? I put that direction in pretty late, and that was very smooth. So not very good moving into that turnaround lane over there and me having to take over, but that move over to the right was really good. So moving onto the highway, let's see, did they fix? Okay, 45 is not correct. Okay, 70, you're speeding up very nicely so far. Are you gonna put a turn signal on? That's what I would like to see. No. What? Come on. So it still goes to the end of the lane, which I'm getting a little pushback from you guys on that, but I'm gonna kind of stand firm that that was fine. That entrance onto the highway felt fine. I don't think you need to wait till the end of the on-ramp though. And no turn signal. That's wrong. You need a turn signal when you're merging onto the highway. I'm literally scratching my head thinking about why they did this entire version 11, here's the highway thing, and it doesn't use a turn signal to merge onto the highway. So another bug we had, let me move to the left here, is it would get stuck in the passing lane. Now, since I told it to get in the passing lane, there is a small chance that it's gonna kind of sit here for a minute while it figures out what to do. Oh, let me check my settings here. All right, we're on assertive. But it should move us out of the passing lane, so we'll give it a second here. Again, I told it to get here, so maybe it takes a second, but let's give it a minute here and see if it will move out of the passing lane. Now, I have found if you have people coming up quickly behind you, which there's nobody around right now, it will more often, it will actually get a message that says moving out of passing lane, but it's not that consistent. And even right now, I would prefer it to move out of the passing lane. I can open up my settings here so you can see, what I have set. Minimal lane change is not on, and whatever else matters. So yeah, it's not moving out of the passing lane. Again, I told it to go here, so maybe that you have to factor that in, but there you go. Besides that, highway's feeling pretty good. Let's do another lane change back over. Very nice, man. The lane changes, though, on the highway on version 11 are really good. Once you're on the highway, I find it very, very nice. Interactions with other cars are like almost psychic. It seems to know what other cars are doing so early. But yeah, entrances are not great for me. So we'll do some more testing on that in future videos. But for now, that's what you get. All right, so we have this pickup in front of us. I want to see kind of how early the car is going to want to pass around them. And because it usually does it pretty early, especially in assertive. I'm actually going to bump this up to 80 just to see. I want to see it pass this car, and then I want to see if it'll get back out of the passing lane. So I'm surprised we haven't moved over yet, because in 11.3 it was very early. So there you go, changing in lanes in a faster lane. A nice speed up into the lane change. I mean, that feels so good. There's nobody around, so that was a perfect lane change. There was nothing wrong with that in any way. Didn't wait too long. Didn't do it too early either. All right, so I'm going to try not to mess with the speed or anything. That guy's still losing us in front of us, I think. And now, again, we should get out. It is a passing lane. We should move out of it. There's nobody behind us, so we're not holding up traffic. But we should still move, and we're not. So, yeah, it's still there. That's definitely something I would like to see. Like, get out of the passing lane when it's clear to the right. All right, so here we go. We're approaching our exit, slowing the speed limit down. Not a huge fan of that. Doesn't slam on the brakes or anything, but I do not slow before my turn signal's on. But a nice exit off the highway, despite my personal preference. And here we go. We're moving off the highway. Very nice. Yeah, this is the off-ramp. Handled really well. So the highway was absolutely perfect, even with me kind of messing around with it. Well, okay, I'm totally wrong. It was not perfect. You should have got out of the passing lane. But I meant the feeling, the way it navigated, the way it was driving, the way it changed lanes. That all felt really good. Now, a little slow here. It's all right. It's cautious. That's no big deal for me. And there we go. So we got a blinking yellow. Wow, these yellows are two different colors. I don't know if I've ever seen that. And we're going to move. Oh, stopping for traffic light? Nope. Don't stop for a blinking yellow. All right. I'm just going to report that because we should not stop there. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some people say, oh, you're supposed to slow through a blinking yellow. And it's like, okay, if you really want, I guess you can slow by 1 mile per hour. But the car sometimes likes to stop at them. So that's weird because I've had a really, really good yellow light experience with 11.3. So it figured out we're in the wrong lane here. I actually didn't realize that either, but I realized it before the car did. And it did correct itself, so that's not too big of a deal. Little like not the nicest thing, but at least it fixed itself. All right, so we're getting to our first destination here. I'm going to delete that. I want the car to continue going forward. So we are going through this. See, this blinking yellow was handled nicely. So we're slowing because this is our destination. So the car's not technically doing anything wrong there. That's where I told it to go. Sorry, it's really late. There's not going to be a lot of people. That's why. Hit like, get subscribed. I said it backwards. Next video will be insane busy traffic people. So three-way stop, complete stop, felt good. I think I didn't see the 0, but it felt like a complete stop. And we moved through. So, hey, it's doing it right. So going through downtown, just a couple more stops. This is just, kind of initial impressions, the excitement of just getting this update and seeing how it's doing initially. And we've already found, a couple weird things. So nicely moving through here. We got some pedestrians up there that are displayed. See, I should tell, they would like to jump in front of my car, I bet. I bet they would think that was funny. I always want to yell, hey, jump in front of my car. Pedestrian on the left. Very hard to see them, but the car picked them up no problem. So we did get a slight stopping for traffic light message there, but the car then quickly figured out blinking yellow. So that's more been my blinking yellow experience. We got a cop. What is with all the police? Can you just leave me alone? So we're moving into here, and it's going to turn red. So the car's definitely going to stop. You are not going to... Yep, stopping for traffic light. All right. Don't worry about that. So we'll wait our turn here. Check out the graphics. I love at night. Man, it looks so good. So still no special graphics for police officers. Wow, that path change for the car was so smooth. That was ridiculous. We still don't have... The assets were seen like well over a year ago, maybe 2 years at this point for... police vehicles and a whole bunch of different signs and stuff, and it's still not in here, so I don't know what's up with that. But man, look at this path. It is barely moving. Watch as this car goes by. Look how smooth. Wow, that fix is. That is definitely improved. In the past, this thing would be wiggling all over the place, especially as a car... Yep, a little cautious there. There are some vehicles up there, but hey, that was not bad. As a car drives in front of you, it would just kind of... Not that it affected the driving so much, but the path planner would kind of lose its mind for a second. And wow, that looks really good. So here's our next destination. I'm probably going to have to take over here because this person behind me is seems they're kind of aggressive. But let's see if the car will keep going. All right, they're backing off a little bit. That's good. They just pulled right up on me at that stoplight, and I'm always like, you know, 11 o'clock at night, pickup truck, bad news. So we're continuing on here, and we're gonna hit we're not gonna hit anything. We're gonna go through the roundabout, and then we'll call it, and I'll go home and edit this, and maybe get a few hours of sleep. All right, so moving into that right turn lane nicely. I was a little like, are you doing the wrong thing again? But no, he was doing the correct thing. Slower than I would do this, but nothing wrong with it. No, feels really good. Feels really good. I think I've learned I'm just a bit of a fast driver. So when Beta does things like appropriately, like when we take off at a green light, so say you got someone next to you and you're at a green light, Beta takes off, and I'm kind of like, oh, I would go faster than this, but we're still pulling away from all the other cars. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's just me. And like I've said many times, like I just talk about my personal preference. Of course, when it's actually self-driving and I'm not responsible, I don't care what the car does, as long as it safely gets us there from A to B. It doesn't matter. But I am technically responsible, so I just have these kind of feelings about what it does. So this is treated as a stoplight, which the car is handling beautifully right now. So we make our stop. Again, I wasn't looking at the speedometer, so I don't know if we got down to 0. But wow, that was very nice for a blinking red. That was handled perfectly. That felt so good. So here's roundabout. Let's see how you do, and we'll go back through it too. I'll take over for a second and turn us around. And you are waiting for this car. Very nice. You got a right turn signal on, which is not correct. That kind of comes and goes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So this feels good. Nice speed. Smooth. This is the first roundabout I ever did with Beta, and it screwed it up. It tried to drive through the middle of the roundabout over 2.5 years ago, and now it nails it pretty much every time. Let me turn around and try it one more time. All right, back through the roundabout. It actually wants to go all the way around. That's not the way I want to go, but I'm going to let it just see how it does. So it does not hesitate at the yield that time when there's no cars around, which is perfect. That's what it's supposed to do. And bam, a perfectly executed full circle. And I'm just going to take over here because I want to keep going. But yeah, it did that. It did that perfectly. That was great. So let's keep going. All right, so I'm going to actually head home. I don't know why I said let's keep going. I just want this to reroute, and we'll turn that on. And so overall, okay, so we had some pretty decent mistakes here in terms of like getting in the wrong lane, especially near the beginning. And yes, the train. Oh my gosh, are we the first ones? Let's go. We didn't miss it. Oh my gosh, seriously? Are you kidding me right now? Oh my gosh, what a disappointment. What a disappointment I am. Yep, it's stopping, and now it doesn't need to stop. So it's, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so mad that I missed that. Okay, I did have to push it through there. It's slowing down and someone's behind me. So sorry, I'm just watching what it's doing here. All right, so we moved to the left in that one, into the turnaround lane, which was really stupid. And it was going really fast. I think it was going to move out of the way in time, but I just took over because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. But the feel of everything felt really good, despite the couple of mistakes it made. So I'd like to see it in the daytime and see how it does. I will probably do a drive to work and update you because there's actually several instances on my way to work, which I've shown before, that were really bad. Especially on highway. So I will be testing that for sure, and I will update you. So hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit like, get some. Man, I've said that too much. Don't. Just forget it. But yeah, I look forward to talking to you down in the comments about this one, and I hope it rolls out to more people soon. I will talk to you in the comments, and you will see me and Full Self Driving Beta in the next video.